Good morning, folks. It's 7:34 a.m. on the third month, fourth day, 2025. Tropical storm, as I'm going to call it, because I go by true definitions. Alfie, and they're calling his real name is Alfred, is hovering off your coast. I'm going to show you why I'm saying the news is lying. And even one of your news channels today was reporting a Category 2 storm, which it is not. And many people don't understand. They think the storm is down about here near Lord Howe Island, but it really isn't. You've been just looking at this lower edge of moisture. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over some of the imagery and some of the fuckery. This is a probable totals, but I think these are conservative. I think these are a bit low. I was more leaning towards these. Yeah, where so you got pockets that are going to have 8 and 10 centimeters. I mean, 8 and well, you see that there, 800,000 millimeters. You know, meter of rain, third of a meter of rain, half a meter of rain. Some of these tendrils. The beam I'm seeing coming out from Grafton is what's making me think this. Yes, I see it. Which is going to hold some of the totals off it, and it's forcing the flow towards cuffs, as you see here, and they get it first, and so they really got to get in their arcs down around Dorigo through these mountain areas here, as this swath has been directed over the top of you by looks like some kind of a deployment. So I've got a lot of stuff to show. Yeah, it's going to lead to the bad, very, very bad. And what falls here runs here. So you don't have to have, let's say, Nabucco heads over here, or Nambucca, motherfucker heads over here near blah blah Blaville. And what is this? Miss your body. You be missing your body over there? What somebody missing? I think that's fun. Let's see if the event is over. By it should be cleared out west. This thing is not going to go back out to sea. This is going to disperse its moisture inland, which is going to cause quite the event for New South Wales further west out here, as you'll see. As it spits its water, there's a beam line, and boy, have there been some big ones to go over of what's created the barriers and boundaries that have forced this tropical storm, which by the time it hits the beam on the coast, it should have gone down to a tropical depression, which is just because the winds are down doesn't mean that the dynamics of the turning mass of clouds has been dissipated. So the electrics will be high. But the storm surge will be much lower. Much, much lower. Yeah, very, very concerned for northern rivers. Very, very concerned. So if your arcs ain't ready by now, well, you might be wasting a trip to the store. Because this thing will be through you by the weekend's over. Right? And I expect this to come across you within about 48 hours time from start to finish, and you're really going to start to pick up the totals right around between 4 a.m. my time tomorrow, which is about 18 hours from now. It's moving very fast. I have caught the eye, and I have seen how fast it's moving. This is the last image I have from an hour ago. I mean, this is the eye right here. Okay, so if I hold this is 4 hours of its motion. It comes down and it starts moving across the top of this right through here. Right through here. It's going to steer up and in. But that's the eye right here. So it's moved about 80 miles in 4 hours towards the coast. So that's timing of this is just about right. Look at this plume going the wrong way. It's not funneling in. This is a man-made storm, totally, totally man-made. And I have never seen one like this. This is a new move. And New Zealand, it's good news for you, is that's mostly headed your way. But the bad news is the toxic flying crap is all over the top of your island. Look at this shit here. All over Auckland, all up the entrance, all over the volcano field. The only place that's been spared is like from Nelson into this corner over here because you put a beam out over here at Westlands that's holding a lot of that up there. Yeah, and you'll have some decent rains because of this. Yeah, that you get today. I don't want to leave you guys out of things while I'm only talking about one thing. But this is the Everybody's worried because the news is lying about the wind speeds, and I'll show you why I say that right now. This is the tropical cyclone page. The world uses this. The University of Wisconsin uh, over has this in Madison, and this is standard. Okay, and if I hover over here, I want to give you a link to this, so you could keep track of this yourself. Forever. Don't be confused when it's going to hit the coast. I've told you what time. All right, so everybody calm the farm. I'm going to narrow this down. And watch and learn. You want the end of the movie at the beginning? Nobody knows, but Rob D's got a general idea. So, right, you had some big beams along your coast. You see these lines here? Watch this. This is 1 hour later. This beam is pinned your coast. It absolutely has. Now, let me get the pen out here. And I won't concern myself where they come from right this minute. I just need to know they're there, right? I know that this beam started here, and now it's here. You have another one here, right? The coastline is pinned, but the flow is here and inland here, where things can go. This thing is turning in this direction, right? So we know that this is headed right here, right? But this moisture here is coming. And all this back here, that separate band that ain't turning with the storm, when this does a move that's gonna occur, it has to. I don't understand how else they're gonna get the water to northern rivers. This is what has to happen, right? When the eye gets to this side, right here, the center circulation, and it's wide, that band of moisture can go in it. And that's what's going to come ashore. I don't see where else this water is going to come from. And it's been beamed in. You see that big beam going across the top of you, New Zealand? Bzzz, getting fried, Kiwi style. And that's emanating from out at sea. So you've got a ship out here. Right there. Right there. Bzzz, the fryer is on. Now, this came from a very vast area that you call Newcastle. Right here has been beaming across like that. See that straight line? Hey, I like that little tool. You hit another one that's pinned this side here, right? This side here is pinned. And this is controlled from here up. So they just keep moving that square line. And when it catches up to that band of moisture is what I do believe is about to occur. Now, I took some footage earlier of moisture injection. But first thing I want to show you is this. How many knots is it to be even a 1? 65 to 83 is category 1 cyclone. Right? Category 2 would be between 84 miles an hour. 84 knots and 95 knots. Okay? Well, this is the range I'm seeing right now when I come over here to this page. So, click this is the currentest data I can get on this storm. Right there, they're telling you straight off, it's 55 knots. It's not. Look, if I want to show you something. I'll hover over this map. What is it calling this? Tropical Storm Alfred. Tropical Storm Alfred. See that? Why is your news lying to you? Because you let them. That's why. I want this. See, it says tropical storm. Everybody all panicking and shit. Hey, so I'm going to pull up some of the data, and I'll show you the winds themselves. When I pull up the intensities, and I'll go with whatever the highest one is. The highest one is 48. This one here says tropical depression. This one here, look. Just go look. This is how we do things. Right? We go over here, we look. It's a tropical depression. It's not even, it's a tropical storm right now. And as soon as it hits this 33, one of them is indicative of saying 24 knots is a tropical depression. Okay? 48, tropical storm. 33. Tropical depression. So they'll be downgrading this soon to where it won't even be showing on the map. So you tell me, where is this cyclone? It's not. And that's why it don't look like one. Oops. That's why it don't look like one. I got lucky there. Now I took some other data this morning. Is it this one? Of these chem dumps right here.
That's one layer of the atmosphere.
Look at this.
Another. These look like chem dumps done like Mike Morales made us all aware many years ago of chem dumps. What he called bunker fuel.
You see this split right here where things are going this way and this way?
Coal ash.
That's where I'm concerned that from this side here will catch up with the low when it gets over to it. But that's coming your way, Cross. That's a chem dump. I've seen him before for years, and I didn't believe in him until Mike, he absolutely proved it to me. He showed me so much data along the way, and I love the guy. Deep respect for him. And I'm telling you, it's strange. I'm telling you, it's strange. Look at this curtain of crap here. Here's again. This is an earlier shot of them, and you'll see EMF waveforms in these. It's hard to pick up because that hash mark in there is because I'm taking a picture of a screen with my camera, and that's just how that goes, right? But so I won't call that. But in these clouds, when I'm looking at them, I can see the EMF. And all those ships that deploy that stuff, the C-130s and stuff that deploy bunker fuel, they do have the radar capability to perturb the plumes they do. Because they were also designed to make smoke screens to hide the fleet or to hide other jet planes in the sky when they have operations. And they do test these things. And, well, when they're testing geoengineering over Curse Harbor, it looks like that. So that's some of the data I got from that this morning. That was about 3 hours ago, which was about 4:30 a.m. my time. Yeah, I'm on it. And so I have to keep my own data. And I picked this up here too as well. You can see in the image here where I've marked it. You can see the EMF lines in this. You see it plainly. Bzzz, 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 bzzz. Yeah. And so it really mapped out the lines of who's fucked. Like this that's coming over here and inland. This up in here is a flow line. I'm not 100% sure about the storms there because of the fan of this radar, but this is an outlet for it to come inland. You see the way that's curved? Do you see these lines right here? Yeah. Well, that's Sunshine Coast. I mean, that's Surfer's Paradise up here. This is Burley and all this. And this is why I say, man, better watch out. And this is where the best surfing's going to be, is in this line right here. Yeah. But don't risk your lives over no shit. But it's not a fucking even a cyclone, man. You're going to have a great fucking surf. The wind ain't going to be howling too bad. It's going to be windy. But are they setting us up to expect certain kind of damage that category storm would do? Because the winds are not matching it. So everybody calm the fuck down. But some of these people are fucked big time. I don't mince words. I just don't. Everybody who wants that, they go watch the news. They'll lie to you and mince words. I won't. I'm telling you, you're getting fried. It's going to lead you some heat out here as well. Yeah, so this is going to be a fair long-lasting event. You know, you have the amount of water that's in these tendrils that's coming over is huge amounts. So even an hour of that over your house is too much. So I'm going to run through that now of what's expected. You see that low? You should be to see that 977. You would think that would be a cyclone of a high category, but it's not. The wind speeds being reported are just not there. They just want you to finish buying the rest of the toilet paper up, I think. But the flooding that's going to occur is going to make you happy that you did prepare. You know, watch your joyridings. Just because the top of your hill is okay, don't mean the bottom is. Or that it's going to be okay 15 minutes later. I don't try to wind people up. But I've never candy coated a turd. There you go. What time are they expecting the main tendril to hit? I was asked earlier. Well, that's, let's see. 45 hours from now. The main. That's what I call the main. right here. But I think the edge of the law, when you're really going to be feeling it, will be in about 36 hours up along that coast. And I'm going to be up all night, so you know I'm going to be watching this. Because, you know, when they make a geostorm, I got to study it. And I've never seen a move like they're doing today. The no cyclone, cyclone. I've got some other imagery of it. This is where the main water is, but up here is where the center of circulation is. See this here? The circle circulation. And she made a beeline. If she hit this blast here, they beam the center of the storm and away she comes. Yes, and this here is being spit off, and I do expect a catch-up tendril. So from here over to here, that's coming your way, Mr. Corf Harbor. Wasn't there a famous surfer down there named Beardsley that has a beach named after him? Well, he's going to lose some sand. I love the surfing I saw yesterday. Oh, two smash boards on the shore too. Be careful. Look at the square on that edge. This is not round storm, but this is the center of circulation. So when they was reporting it off the coast of here before, that's when it was up here. This is about as far south as it would go. The center of circulation went about as far over to the west. I think it was I don't have that map up. Oops. I think it was 57 and a half, 157 and a half feet, minus 157 and a half. Well, when you're doing longitude, latitudes, you'll figure that out. Everything's involving 180 in the timeline. Prime meridians. I'm looking over here, and I see some EMF. See it right there on the edge of this storm? Right there. These show the plumes really well. So I'm going to take that down one click and do a mark up here. Let's see some of the manipulations. I'm trying to calculate exactly how much water is in each one of these tendrils. That's my next thing. It's a bomb that's just been deployed here. See that square? Right. What color we choose, red will be fine. See this curve? That's coming to you, Corfs. That's your tendril. Some of that'll spit this direction. Probably that right there. Some of that'll seep over, but a lot of this is going to draw up and under. All they got to do is get that down to the low deck, because that's down low, right? This is low altitude. This is high. This is many miles from here to here. Right? See that? This storm has been tugging that along with it. They just keep this mass going, and this ain't going no further south. And when they move this, which they're doing now, through this channel right here, boy, are you fucked. There's a lot of water. Look at the gap they made right here. Here's the gap right here. That's the gap right here. Exactly there. Exactly here is the gap. I see it. It's plain as fucking down. I'm trying to get rid of some of this shit. See this here? There's your gap. It's the gap of the storm to come in. But she's going to come in fair straight. Fair straight. Probably more of an angle like this. Because it's going to be, the eye's going to catch this here. That's coming into that. And there's a shed load of water coming your way, folks. Shed load of water. Yeah, I'll confirm the heavier totals that Access has. That's what it looks like to me. Looking inland here, you can see a lot of paths that have been left open for flow. They really shut the door up here. They really have. That's very great news for this coastline from up here north. But places like Ruchi and you're still looking at probably about a quarter of a meter coming your way as this comes ashore, because you're catching the whip around. If you got a wall of EMF right here, where's that gonna go? It's got to drop its condensates. And remember, you got mountains there and you got flat areas. Oh my God, that's a lot of hours of that. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. Yeah, man, even that batch, that tendril right there is the flood master. Oh my. Yeah, 'cause by the time you get into Saturday, most of that rain affecting you will have gone west. But it's parked on you guys. The EMF has sealed its fate. That's as the low blipped out west. It just went gone, and that's when that shocked the rest of your coastline. So it looks like you get your big batches coming overnight Friday for parts of the Brisbane suburbs, North Lakes, Red Cliff, Bribey Island, Sandstone Point, and a few other areas up that way. Thank gosh. They didn't go any farther north. But the EMF has really pinned it. It's really sealed your fates, guys. So I'm gonna let this run a bit. Then I'll have a more relaxed train wreck show where you can ask me more direct questions, and I welcome that. Up the coast he goes. My God, that's a batch of rain. You don't want to be. Do you know how much highway is inundated there? Don't get caught on the roads, man. Just chill in your house. Don't go joyriding to look at the misfortune of others. Oh, you might become misfortuned. Wow. This is terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. I don't think I'm going to have be altering this forecast very much. It seems to be what's playing out. It's what the EMF said. It's what the beams have done through here. It's what they've done. Seals your fate. Pinned it right on the coast. That's why it won't go away. It should just go inland and go, right? Normal storm would go, hey, whammo, and it's in, right? No. You got a beam here. You had that big one yesterday. Oops, I'm sorry about that one there. You had that big one yesterday. We keep that, and that one still in place there. It ain't going there. It's been held. Held. And look at the scalar square here. Further heating an area. Further heating an area. There's a flow line here for stuff to come in. Yeah, it's coming right through there. There's nowhere else for it to go. Even that beams here, they pretty much shut that door. Once they set that spit over here into coughs, that thing's free to run. Fucking bastards. Oh, my Tourette's size is showing up. If I look over here at the asshole worldview, I don't know another way to put that. Is it still running? They've been known to cut me off mid-show. Well, that should have already been loaded, man. This is when they said the low. Somebody's like, why are they telling me this storm is 600 kilometers off the coast of Brisbane? This is why. You were looking in the wrong place. There's Brizzy. There was the center of the storm. Okay? Right there. That's why. Because you were looking in the wrong place. You were thinking it's this. And it's really been this. The big six. Up jumped the devil. Right there. That was their center at that moment. And when the news said that, that was factual. Look at the beams up the coast here. Boy, did they hold this back. Even the plasma here has changed the cloud deck. See it through here? Just a little difference. Just a little difference right through here. Following it. Following that beam. Swallow the streams, kill the dreams. How fucking dare we let them do this to us anymore? And back into some of the totals to be expected. I'm going to let this run through. I'm going to have to zoom back because some of these places here are going to start to see a bit of rain as well. And while this is trying to load, there you go. What did New South Wales negotiate? Yeah, well, you can have us because you get the brunt of what comes in. It gets forced down, but the outmove over to New Zealand will not occur, which is fantastic. And as soon as it loses its name as it approaches the coast, it's not Alfie anymore. It's just another fucked up geostorm. Oh, wait a minute. It's that already. Yep, this is a geoengineered event. I've never, ever in my entire life seen a hurricane or a tropical cyclone that looked like this. Never in my entire life. And I do have another a view to give you. But that's the in and outs, and then you get some more rains coming because it's that time of year coming on. Looks like next week. Yeah, but nothing huge. No big spinners to report on. Thank God. Yeah, you'll have some action coming across out west, but that's I'll be reporting it at the time. Yeah, you got some wets coming still through the tropics because as they hold moisture off one place, they have to bring it somewhere else, doesn't it? So this is the less totals I'm going to show. I'm going with access because it seems the most accurate. It's not happy. I got a lot of screens open. So let's shut a few of them. We'll shut that one. We'll shut that one. Whammo. Friday. And then coming through by Sunday, I pretty much by about the overnight hours of after midnight on Saturday. This should be coming to an end with the big totals for you guys, but don't forget the water's coming your way. And a little later I'll do a who's fucked show, but as you can see, uh, that's just as fucked as that. Okay, that's just as fucked as that. This is way too much water in a 48-hour period for any town or area or water catchment system to handle. Watch yourself on the roads. There's nothing you need as much as your life. And we'll get in your arcs if you're in the path of this tropical depression, tropical storm, this man made Alfie. And we know what Alfie is all about, don't we? Well, you do now. This is a man made storm. It's not a circulation, and it is very, very wide, dragging a tail all the way from here to here. This is Geostorm. Get in your arcs. Stay safe. I'll be watching. Peace.